the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! Good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in
Hey, what's up, my Warrior family? It's Antwer, and yes, man, we are back on this NBA 2K21 with my BAM Autobile build. Now, as you guys can see from the title, yes, man, I invited my boy Damian Lillard to the Court Conquer event. Now, as you guys can see from these big threes, the only one that makes sense to me is Curry, Clay, and Draymond, because that's the only big three in the league that makes sense. But like all these kind of seem like put together that it was like kind of like laziness. Like the Celtics, really, you could add like the Clippers or another team around the league that has a big three. A lot of the teammates in here, and I'll talk about it, don't really make sense, but it just shows laziness from 2K's part. But nonetheless, you know we had to come out here with Damian Lillard and dominate. So let's go ahead and jump straight into tonight's gameplay. Now, as you guys can see, this is the very first gameplay you guys are going to see us take on. And the very first team is going to be the Pelicans, who have Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. This kind of makes sense to me in a way. Maybe you could have added in, I don't know, maybe Drew Holiday to that mix. But I guess this one makes sense to me. But as you guys can see, starting it off, my boy Damian Lillard, who is played by Shorts. I go ahead, back down this man, Brandon Ingram. I mean, that man's tiny, so of course, you know, I had to take the advantage. And my teammates noticed that on very shortly. Look at that. Go ahead, shove him around, bully him, go up once again with the contact dunk. That is what I like to see right there, just me being dominant. And especially since these matchups, like if I'm going to have somebody skinnier than me, somebody weaker, you know I have to take control of it. And right here, once again, give me the ball, put him in the post, move him out of the way, and get another easy layup. But as you guys see, it's a very close game in this one, 8-12. We have the lead. Go off, give it up to Damian Lillard, who pulls up, misses it. I get the offensive rebound, put it right back up there over Lonzo Ball. You know that man's a great defender, but not in the paint. Right there, I get another rebound, and I actually took control of all the games. You guys are going to see that. Look at me going coast to coast with the slam right there. Now, as you guys can see, man, we are up by 9, but, you know, we need to take this win. My boy Damian Lillard pulling up from deep, winning the game for us 22-10, and we moved out the Pelicans right away. You know, we're not wasting any time, and we're just moving that team right away. So that was the very first win for us. And like I said, that one makes sense. That big three makes sense to me. But right here, we are now going against the Milwaukee Bucks, who do have Giannis, Brook Lopez, and even Chris Middleton. Now, Brook Lopez, I mean, I guess you could make an argument why he should be in here, but I would have added at least Eric Bledsoe into the mix. I mean, why have two big men and a small forward who's primarily a shooter, not a ball handler? To me, you should have added Eric Bledsoe, who's great on the defense, who can shoot the ball and has a nice athletic ability to him. But right here, as you guys can see, my boy Shorts pulling up for the nice little shot right there. I'm going in the post, and right here, Brook Lopez playing great defense on me. I threw the turnover, and right here, look at Giannis dunking on that man, Damian Lillard, right there. Now, we kind of noticed on that they made Giannis, for some reason, at the point guard position. I don't know if that was everybody, but we noticed that every time we played this team, that he was always at the point guard. But right there, me finding Damian Lillard in the corner for the green three. That's what we like to see. But this was one of the more competitive teams that we had to face. And yes, it was basically because of Giannis. That man took control of my man, Damian Lillard. Now, as you guys can see, we're still trying to get shots of my boy Shorts going to his favorite spot, the corner. And look at him going to work with the crossover and the slam right there. I like that. I like that he's taking control fast. But right here, look at Giannis going to work. My boy Shorts fell, but I get the block on Giannis to save us right there. I don't know why he fell, but you know that man fell right there. But right there, Giannis trying to take a three. He couldn't get it to go down. Right there, finding my boy Dame for the deep three. He missed it, but I get the offensive rebound and put it back up there. Now, we are in crunch time. They only need one more point, and they win. But right there, Dame from deep knocking down a very needed three right there. As you guys see, the score is now 19-16. Damian Lillard missing another three, and right now they're on the fast break. They're trying to get somebody to go in. Giannis wide open, but I get the clutch block right there to potentially save us in tonight's game. Right here, playing smothering defense on that man Brook Lopez. Dame with the rebound, and on the fast break, he's just gonna go ahead, stop and pop for the deep three. So we needed that. But right here, as you guys see, we're playing some great defense on this man, Giannis. I contested it very well right there. I get the rebound. Now all we need is just an easy layup. So I'm going to go ahead and use my ball handling to my ability, my speed, and my finishing takeover. And as you guys can see, we're going to go ahead and move the Bucks out of the way. A very close one by them. But nonetheless, we had to go ahead and move them out of the way. And now, as you guys can see, after winning those first two events, we have to go on now to take on the Brooklyn Nets, who do have Uncle Drew, Spencer Dinwiddie, and even KD. Now, the only thing is with this one is that I heard a lot of complaints, and not just from us. A lot of people complained about the height of Uncle Drew, the weight, the strength of him. Apparently, I don't know why, but they made him like a lot taller. They added more weight to him. He doesn't seem 6'3" to me. He doesn't seem like his normal self. He just looks a lot bigger for some reason. I don't know why. But as you guys can see, just jumping straight back into the gameplay. Look at this. They're leaving my boy Damian Lillard wide open. That is so disrespectful right there. And as you guys can see, Shorts gets it to go down. Now, our teammate has been a little quiet, but look at him. Just rising up out there. And yes, our boy Kalo Bibon, who's our other teammate, basically he's a good friend of ours, and he wanted to hop on this event with us, so of course we had to add in him in the video. But look at me shoving KD out of the way. Now, even though he looks skinny, that man is like around 240, so he does have some weight to him, but I still get to bully him around. But look at Kalo rising up right there and getting a nice dunk to go down. That man's only like a 70 overall doing that type of stuff. But look at Dame. Even though we're down by 4, that man still pulls up from deep right there with a nice three-pointer to go down. Now, as you guys can see, him and me aren't done with our stuff. Look at this. Zooming past this man, KD, to slam it down. You can't stop me. And a lot of people complained about how my speed wasn't good, but look at me going around defenders. Look at me doing this type of stuff. And look at Dame pulling up from way downtown. And that's why I had my boy Short hop on with his Damian Lillard type of build, because I know that man could pull up from deep. He plays exactly like Damian Lillard. Now, as you guys can see, crunch time, we need to get a clutch shot. Our boy Dame's going ahead trying to find a nice shot. He goes ahead, gives it off to me because I noticed a mismatch, but right here I couldn't get nothing to move around. I'm getting stuck. Look at this. I have to just give it off with 3 seconds left. Dame pulls up, knocks it down. A nice clutch 3 right there to win us the game and to move the Brooklyn Nets out of our way. That was a very tough one, probably one of the hardest ones of this event, probably second the hardest, and you guys will see which one was the hardest one to us. Now, we're going on next to face off the easiest one out of all of them, which is the Boston Celtics, sorry, not the Brooklyn. But yes, the reason I say this is the easiest and the reason why I don't understand why they added this big 3, like look at this, look at Gordon Hayward. This man, we were like messing around with this one. Like, look at this. I have a tiny, 5'11", 6 foot on me. Like, look at this. I just move him out of the way and get a nice, easy layup. We were just messing around with this event. We were just doing random things when it comes to this. We were just trying to get highlights. As you guys can see, we're passing off to my man, Kalo Bibon right there. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense why they added this one to the event. It was just way too easy. I would have loved to see maybe like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and even Montrezl Harrell. I think that would have been fun. I think that would have been interesting to play against. You could have added a way tougher team to this and make it a lot like fun. Or you could even added like the Nuggets, add Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and even Jokic. That would have been fun to go against. But like certain teams like the Brooklyn Nets, you had to add Spencer Dinwiddie to that. You could have added like DeAndre Jordan or Jared Allen to it. Like, I think that would have made that one so much like interesting. They would have made this event so much harder. But you know what? This just shows how lazy 2K is, and they're obviously looking more towards the next gen ones and not worrying about the people that have the current consoles. So that just shows laziness to me. But as you guys can see, we moved this team out of the way, and now we have to go against the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers to win it all. Now, the toughest team out of this whole event was the Lakers, because I'm going to be honest, the very first game we played, which we played this, keep in mind, at 2 a.m. in the morning when this event came out. We played this extremely late, but we beat the entire event at 2 in the morning, and we played the Lakers the very first one. This is our second time facing them, and we lost. Like, when we came into this one right here, as you guys can see, me getting an offensive rebound, putting it right back up there, we were playing at our 110%. All the other teams we faced against was the very first time. We hopped onto this, played the Lakers, lost, then hopped onto the Pelicans, and I started recording from there. Like, this team to us is the hardest one. I don't know why, but like right here I got a lucky block, but usually LeBron would have slammed that down. Dame pulling up from deep. We just got very lucky with this one, and to me, like I said, this was the hardest one, the hardest team to beat out of the whole event. I don't know how everybody else faced against the Lakers, but to me, it was just so difficult to play against this team. And for some reason, Kyle Kuzma plays like he was a young, in prime Carmelo Anthony. This man was dribbling the ball like nothing, shooting from deep, and in this game, he played like his regular self, not scoring at all, doing the bare minimum. But yeah, like I said, we got very lucky with this one. As you guys see, we're blowing this team out. But like I said, we were playing at our 110%. My boy Shorts with Damian Lillard just knocking it from deep right there. And as you guys can tell, man, we were playing our hardest. LeBron getting a nice mid-range shot. But like I said, man, this wasn't the first time we played against this team. Everybody else we played against, it was 110%. But right here, we go ahead, get the nice win, and we felt good once we beat the Lakers. Now, we were scared going against the Warriors because we do not know how the Warriors team was going to play. We know how great of a shooter Curry and Clay are. We know how great of a defense Draymond Green was. But once I hopped on, like, look at Draymond. He's a two-way playmaker. I would have figured that man was a pain beast at least, but I understand the man can shoot. But, like, his defense in this game, not going to lie, did not feel like Draymond. Like, look at this. I'm shoving Curry out of the way. Makes total sense to me. But Draymond did not feel like his normal self. It didn't make sense to me why they made him a two-way playmaker. It just didn't make any sense to me why they made him that type of build. But as you guys can see, we're doing our thing out here. Look at Dame. Just going to the three-point line, knocking it down. Now, I'm not going to lie. My boy Shorts, when he hopped on, I didn't know how he was going to play as Damian Lillard. The man was excited. He wanted to hop on with it. And this man took over. I'm not going to lie. I think we won this just because of how great he was on the shooting. He came in clutch. You guys seen it in all the clips. The man was knocking down incredible threes that we needed. And even threes that I didn't even think that he could make. As you guys can see, let me going coast to coast with a nice slam right there. And this is the final team. So we're going our hardest out here to beat this team. Look at me going against Curry right there, getting a nice, easy layup over him. And, you know, we were excited because I had no idea, like I said, what we get, what type of rewards we get. I didn't look at anything. I didn't look at what rewards we got. This is all of a surprise to us because, like I said, this is 1-2 in the morning. We were just playing online, trying to get these wins. And as you guys can see, man, it's 18-9 right there. They just throw up a random layup right there. And look at me. I have my takeover. I'm on the fast break. I'm trying to score. And look at this. They leave me wide open for a nice, easy layup. And you guys can obviously tell what's going to happen next. Clay misses a three. I get the rebound. And look, I'm taking it coast to coast. I'm trying to get the last point right here. And look, spin move, layup, that's game. We beat the entire event with me dropping 12 points on the Warriors. Now, I don't know how easy it was for everybody for the events, but like I said, we beat every team once besides the Lakers. That was the only time we played them twice. Everybody else we played once. Now, as you guys can see, we beat all the teams out there. We beat the Court Conquer. Now, look at these. I don't know what type of jerseys these are, but this was the stupidest reward I've ever seen. Like, Zion Williamson jersey, like, I can get that in the store. Like, I thought these jerseys were... I thought this was the dumbest reward I've ever seen. Ultimately, I ended up going with the LeBron James one because I'm a big LeBron James fan. So, of course, I had to go with his jersey, even though I'm never going to wear it. And then I got like 5,000 VC. That's about it. But if you guys are enjoying this series, man, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you all later. Peace.